Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Madden Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. I got some plays for you today out of the Carolina Panthers playbook. More specifically, out of the pistol weak. Now, this formation may not look familiar to you because it's not in any other playbook in the game, unless there's still a pistol playbook that I'm not aware of. But other than that, it's not in anything. It used to be in the Kansas City Chiefs. A couple years ago, I did a ton of plays out of this. It was super glitchy. One of them was the screenplay, which doesn't really work too much anymore, as I already messed it up. But like I said, when I do these videos, when I find a play that I like, I go out and I look in pretty much every formation or every other playbook to try to find a play. And like I said, this thing here, I used to just motion this guy over and he would get open instantly in the flats type of deal. Doesn't really work anymore. Like I said, EA kind of patched this in that season because it was so dirty, so that doesn't really work. But like I said, whether them patching it or just trying to almost remove it from the game entirely, I was so happy to find the pistol weak formation. So the first play I'm going to show, this is really more of a run formation now, is the halfback zone weak. So we're going to pick that. We're going to go random 4-3. So here we go. The way that I typically want to run this, the gap that I'm looking for is typically between the defensive end, the defensive tackle. Now here it's not really there, so I'm just going to take it outside of it. You're just kind of reading where that lineman is. But I want to try to get it like right. I mean, this is just, you know, we're going to get this gap right up the middle here. And I probably should have ran outside, but for whatever reason, I thought that cornerback was going to come in and get me. So we're getting bigger every time, though. So we're going to go ahead, like I said, we're going to try, you know, that guy just over pursued and I just ran right past him. I kind of faked him a little bit. So let's go ahead and let's run this a couple times. You know, like I said, right there, want to hit that sprint button once you get through the hole. Don't want to hit it prior. So here we go. Here we go. That's the perfect blocks, and I actually overran my blocker. I ran over his feet and tripped. I get people in my comment section like, this run doesn't play, the play doesn't work. It's because you're sprinting too soon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sprint till I hit that hole. You're gonna see there's some pretty big holes. You know what I mean? There's some right here. Boom! Look at that giant hole. You know what I mean? There's just lay off the sprint. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's like my mantra. And then you're just basically running. You know what I'm saying? You're running off the back of your blockers. That's what a lot of people don't understand. So who would want this? It's just one of the better inside run plays, and like I said, you have the ability to kick it out wide like that and get big plays. I'm gonna blow up more than this. So like I said, once again, don't sprint. I'm cutting back across. Like I said, you really want to cut across your defenders' backs. So quick tip when running inside, you're basically looking to run behind the back of your defenders. Now right here, 75, I have his back. You know what I mean? I know I got his back. 75, I can run right off his back, right past his back. But I know that 40, the second I don't see his back anymore, and I'm seeing that the defender's back, I start cutting inside. Watch. I start looking for where are the back of my defenders, and I start cutting it in. Look at that. I see both of their backs. You know what I mean? 65 and 70, or 65 and 67. So I switch it up. I run off the back of my defender. That's how you run inside. So I'm looking for offensive line. Where do I run off the back of my guy? Right there. 40 was in the way momentarily, so I run off his back, you know? Hoping that makes sense or that people understand what I'm saying. So here we go. Run off his back again. 40. The receiver's just straight up holding, and I get close to 20. Don't run the gap. Don't try to run to the gap based off of where you think it's going. You know what I mean? Like right there. I ran off the back. I cut back inside to come behind 40. I'm looking for my linemen's backs. Who's showing me their back? We get right there, we get a little speed. Oh man, there's 15 though. Easy yards, easy 15. Pretty much every time there's a huge hole right there. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is get behind 40 there, and it's just a big run right up the middle. Just a gaping hole. This is one of the biggest holes you're gonna find on the inside run. It almost sets up like a trap play, and it's just guaranteed 5 to 10. Just a super easy, consistent run. I mean, there's just, look at that. Look at that. Where was that guy going? Where was that guy going? Oh my goodness, I actually slid the protection there, so maybe that's why I did that. I don't know. So, like I said, I don't know if slide protection really does anything on run plays, but look at that guy. That's it. The reason that safety's doing it has got to be his run fits. But yeah, that's typically where it's going to go. I mean, it's going to be right up this alley here. As you can see, we get the block. Oh yes, let's go. I mean, that's your first way to go, and then a lot of times you cut inside over the center. Another play, and I'm not going to say I run this a lot because the quarterback can be a little bit, I'm in the past I might have, but the quarterback can be a little bit iffy, but the power option is a pretty interesting play to run with this. If you like to run with the quarterback, I think this is one of the better plays to run, especially if you have a guy like Cam Newton. Cam Newton doesn't fumble too much, so you can get away with this. As I get a that was a pretty lucky run, but Cam Newton's not like a lot of other quarterbacks. But if for whatever reason, you know, they're crashing down, you have your choice to hit it out to McCaffrey here, and then he can get a pretty decent run. McCaffrey feels worse than Cam. Cam feels better than McCaffrey. So like I said, right there, he's crashing down on the guy. I'll take what I can get. Only a couple yards, but it's all good. You know, this is not something you don't really have to lose yards here. Like right there, man, that's just gorgeous. The way I just like faked out that defensive end and pitched it, it's beautiful. So here we go. We're just reading that in. Boom. Just wait till you get that contact, and look at that. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. You got to practice this though. If you mess this up, it's a fumble. The Panthers playbook is probably the most run-heavy quarterback playbook that there is. You know, there's a ton of quarterback running formations because they got Cam Newton. Only playbook that really has stuff like this. So I'm going to run it one more time. He's crashing down, so I got to just go up and take what I can get. I mean, I didn't get much there, but it's not a loss, so it's not a negative play. So here we go. Look at that. Boom. Oh, man, I thought that dude was going to keep going, but you know what? Cam Newton is such a boss. We'll get 15. Trying to get to L1 more often, but like I said, if you read that wrong, look at that. There you go. That's something you got to be cautious of. You can give that ball away. All right, there we go. Cam Newton, oh my God, if he was fast, if I had my Vic or something, he'd probably be, you know, housing some of these. But look at that, just fake inside, get a nice easy play. So like I said, 2 great run plays out of this particular formation. They can be a little bit risky though. You know what I mean? Like you gotta lab these. Don't just try to take these online. There's some serious reads you need to do. And then probably my favorite pass play would be the PA comebacks. Yeah, I like this because the comeback routes are pretty good. You know, I think that there's one adjustment you can do to make this a little bit better. But if you throw in their break, they typically make a good play. I think that putting Smith here on an in route should help. And then that comeback route, you know, you're not really relying on the comeback route so much. You have the high-low over the middle. So one quick, easy adjustment as you're coming to the line, and you really have 3 levels of passing because this fullback comes out too. And this looks a lot like some boot plays that I've put out in the past. Like the PA boot left tackle, I think is one of them. And then this, you know, for whatever reason though, this triangle route is not really, you know, he's a check and release, but he's not getting it done. Maybe if I had a running back in there, but that's probably be the way that I'd want to go with that triangle route. But here we go. Now he's underneath the coverage, so that's what I was looking for. So we'll go ahead and do this again. But, you know, like I said, you have a high-low route, and then there I just throw it in the break. Too much fun. So we'll just do it again one more time. Like I said, that triangle route, he's not really supposed to be getting all that attention, but, you know, you have 3 levels of passing. This is just, like I said, like the PA boot routes I put out of the single back bunch ace, which are really successful, at least to me. So here we go. He's not paying attention to that guy. Checked it down a little bit too quick, but the heat was coming. Would be way better if I had a running back at that fullback spot. That's for damn sure. So here we go once again. He's not athletic enough to make anybody miss, so I'm going to bowl him over this time and get close to 10. So now I put another running back, Kenyon Barner, one of my personal favorites, and we're going to see how that play works out. But like I said, that tight end, if they're biting down because of the run plays, you're going to have that all day. And you'll see that because they'll see this formation, they'll start seeing that inside run. Or they'll blitz the house crazy like that. And I'll just bowl this motherfucker, bowl this dude over. So expect that. So then, like I said, this guy just trails out. That in route is going to drop that guy's attention big time. If he doesn't, you go underneath to the in route. So here we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Get after my boy. I love Kenyon Barner. If you guys don't know. If you guys don't know, oh man. Like I said, athlete, catch and run, much bigger. So just remember to put an athlete out there. And like I said, one of these guys is going to be open every time. The in route, the tight end, the underneath route, the running back. Every time. Somebody will be open every time. There's no way to cover all these. So here we go. We got that square route again. Possession catching because I don't want him to go back too far. One simple adjustment. That's it. Just that in route. And I can tell already that square route's going to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? They're spaced out so perfectly. Spaced out so well. Somebody's going to get open every time. Square route, I can tell already. You know what I mean? That's probably my first read. The square route will get open the most. Square route, triangle. Those are probably. I mean, I've run plays like this so often that I'm pretty much reading the whole field, to be honest with you. But square route will be the most consistent. As you can see right here, that guy drops down for the running back. Boom, square route, easy. And the Saints have a really good secondary too. You know, pretty good defense as a whole. So like right there, come back, boom. Easy, square route all the time. So that's it for part 1. I'm not sure if there's going to be a part 2. You might have to catch the rest on my Patreon. Other than that, if you guys want to see part 2, hit the like button and let me know in the comment section. And that's it. Thanks for watching Madden Money Shot out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.